Back from the dead.
So we're here talking about update 9.18. Now we have Cold Kill here to give us a brief overview of what to expect in the newest updates. I'll probably ask some dumb questions, but hey, I don't keep up on updates, I never have. Hey, Cold Kill, why don't you get us started on what changes we should expect to see in the artillery class this update?
Well, Sweaty, artillery classes are getting a new stun mechanic, so they're going to have increased rate of fire with less damage. They're also going to have better aiming time. The stun mechanic can be reduced by 10% using a spall liner. You'll also have reusable consumables such as the sprockets and medkits. They're also increasing the burst radius for the HE shells, and they're also taking out the AP, APCR, and heat shells. And adding in a new artillery alternative aim.
Nice. Hey, with the information that I've gotten, can we really expect to see a huge difference in the matchmaking in the new update?
Yeah. The new matchmaking is going to include no more than 3 top tier tanks. The middle tier will be 5 or more, and then the last edge of the tier making will be no less than 7. Also, if you get too many, if matchmaker detects too many of the same tier, it'll combine that tier into one big tier and make it 15 of the same tier vehicle, or it'll structure it into a 2-level tier system.
So, what is this going to do to premium perk tanks? Tanks that have a perked matchmaking. They only see their tier and one tier above them. It seems like it's going to kind of mess things up with that. Has that been addressed at all?
No, that hasn't been addressed by Wargaming yet. My speculation on that would completely be, I don't think that it would affect anything really, seeing how you're only going to get one tier above them. Say for instance you got an IS-6, which is a tier 8 premium heavy tank, and then you're only supposed to get a tank higher than that, and they're only going to see 9s anyway. So it would just be, 3 top tier 9 tanks and 5 8s and 7 6s, or 7 7s, I mean.
Well, we'll definitely have to see what happens with that. What about the platoon structure changes that are being implemented?
Now, platoon structures is going to be a big thing on this new update along with the SPGs. Platoons are no longer going to be able to do tiers of 3 and 5 in the same platoon. It's going to have to be everybody's in a tier 5 or nobody's playing at all. Also, they're going to redo the reward system for XP bonuses. So say you're in a tier 10, instead of getting only 10% increase for a victory, you're now going to see a 30% increase for your XP for a victory, and for a loss it's going to be 15, so it'll be halved right down the middle.
All right. What have you heard about any of the new tanks that are going to be introduced this update?
Yep, there will be a total of 5 new tier 10 light tanks. You got the T-100 light tank, which is the Russian, and then you got the AMX-13-105, which is a French. You got the Rheinmetall Panzerwagen, which is the German, and then you got the WZ-1321, which is China, and then the Sheridan, USA.
All right. Now, what about the stats on these tanks, or is that kind of still up in the air?
It's kind of still up in the air. From what I've noticed, before it went into the common test, which they were in the sandbox with the new tier 10 light tanks, the video that Wargaming had put up gave you the information, but that information is incorrect now since they went to the common test. They're redoing the stats. I could not find a whole lot of stats on them. that were solid. So that's kind of up in the air for sure.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Now, I saw in the updates when I was looking over them that Wargaming is addressing the issue of map duplications. What have you heard about that?
Over a course of 10 battles, after those 10 battles, you will see fewer map dudes because Matchmaker is now going to remember the battles and which maps you played on. So as you're going through those 10 battles, after you get them done, they will start implementing new maps that you haven't seen in a while. So I think that's going to be a very good update that's coming through because I know like a lot of players have been on the same maps 5, 6, 7 times over and over again in a row instead of getting 2 or 3 different maps out of them 6 plays.
All right, and pretty much that only leaves the HD models.
Yep, they're coming out with 20 new HD models. Most of them are going to be Russian tanks, Russian mediums, heavies, and lights. And they're putting also some artilleries from both the Russian, American, and German lines in there.
Alrighty, I mean that seems to pretty much wrap up the most important changes that seem to be on the horizon here for 9.18. If Cold Kill here didn't cover something that you wanted to know about quite enough into detail, you can always check out the hour-long update video that was put out by Wargaming. The link will be down below. All right, guys, have a good one. This is update 9.18.
Have a good one.